Hi everyone, welcome to week 5. Well done to those of you who have completed your assessment and handed it in. I am thick deep in marking at the moment and enjoying marking them. They're enjoyable, so that's good. But for those of you who are still yet to hand in, good luck. Keep your head down, keep working, and I look forward to reading your assessment. So this week we're looking at culture and how we can consider cultural history and each child's cultural history through the arts. So each child that comes into your classroom, into your learning environment is different. They're unique. They bring with them their own sets of values, their own set of history. No one child is the same. They might have different cultural backgrounds, different socioeconomic backgrounds, different linguistic backgrounds, and we need to be able to cater through the arts for each of these students. So I want you to think about this week. It's very quiet on the discussion boards, but I really want you to think about, what is your cultural story? Tell me a little bit about yourself. Like for me, I am from England. I was born in England and I moved out here when I was 8. And that was a really big change for me because I didn't know anybody. But also the way that things were taught was very different. And so it really took me quite a while to sort of settle back into life and learn the way that Aussies do things, as I'm sure many of you have experienced yourselves. So my dad and my mum are both English, and then there's 4 children, and we're spread all over the country at the moment. No one is overseas but my extended family. So I do try and get overseas every now and again to visit family. I was thinking about what I could use to share my own cultural story and my own cultural background, and I have to admit I was a little bit stumped. But I wanted to share just some ways that I have celebrated cultural diversity in the classroom. So one of the ways that I do this is at the start of the year, whereby I get students to talk about with their classmates, and it might be just drawing pictures, some things that they love to do. I think this is a really great start. What do children love to do? And that might be different for each person. It might be dancing, it might be painting, it might be playing basketball. But you can find out a lot about children through just the beginning of the year activities. At my daughter's kinder recently, they celebrated the Diwali festival, and she absolutely loved it. One of the kinder teachers is Indian, and so she brought her own sort of celebration. They put on saris. They had Indian music, which my daughter loved. They did henna, and she just had a fantastic few days, and it was a great way to celebrate this particular kinder teacher's culture and to teach children about other cultures as well. Another thing that I have done is I went to Africa for a few weeks just for an exposure trip when I was teaching. And at the time I was in charge of junior school council, and so we brought it back and we implemented a whole school day, basically, of what life would be like for a child in Uganda, and the differences in that. And so children had to do different activities throughout the day. So it would have been a dancing activity, a painting activity. We had some children who spoke actually when we went over there on video and shared some of their culture. We shared some things that they would eat, and they even got to try some of the different foods that these children would eat. They wrote letters to the kids over in Uganda, and it was such a great day and a great way to really make connections with a little school full of children, many of whom have lost their parents or have lost friends. And so it was a great way to really connect these students to another culture. So this week, I want you to think about your own culture, and I'm still thinking about it. I do plan to share something, I'm just still thinking. But this week I want you to consider your own cultural history and then share a resource with us, an activity where young children can actually represent their own cultural experience. So looking forward to hearing from a few more of you, and have a great week. I will see you soon. Bye, everyone.